Minecraft updates suck now, but it wasn't always like this. I mean, this is what they used to look like, but now this is what they look like today. Minecraft went from getting actually good updates to this. But how did we even get here? Minecraft went from a game that had meaningful and useful updates to having some of the worst changes in gaming history. All the way back in 2009, when Minecraft was still in its early stages of development, the game was mainly managed and controlled by Notch, and it did have to come to so many executive decisions just to make one simple change. With updates coming to the game every week, this will be one of Minecraft's most important points, as it made crucial changes to the game that make Minecraft what it is today. Notch managed to update the game for 14 weeks straight, but eventually stopped as the game's code was getting more cluttered. But by this time, Minecraft was quickly gaining traction, and new players were flooding in to try out the game. However, here's where things would change, and Minecraft would make some drastic changes that would leave a mark on Minecraft history forever. The year is now 2011, and a new game mode is added to Minecraft, and if you haven't been able to guess what it is yet, it's Hardcore mode. This subtle change would change the history of Minecraft forever, but we will get back to this later. As Minecraft kept dominating in the gaming community, just like any other games, it needs updates, and these next few years would be necessary to Minecraft's foundation as a timeless game, with one of the very first updates added during this time period being the Pretty Scary update, or Update 1.4.2. In this update added the Wither, Beacon, and the Command Block, along with scary mobs such as the Witch, Bat, and Wither skeletons. Oh yeah, and one must think of, Carrot on a Stick for some reason. However, without this next update, so many of Minecraft's builds and contraptions wouldn't even be possible. That's right, the Redstone update, with it adding items such as hoppers, droppers, comparators, daylight sensors, and nether quartz. However, updates would just keep coming, such as the horse update that added all of these new mobs, name tags, and hardened clay for some reason. But this next update would be the final update before Minecraft changed forever. This update added a bunch of new biomes, such as these, and it also completely revamped fishing and added tall flowers and stained glass. However, what would come next no one saw coming. It's now 2014 and Mojang gets approached by a very special someone, Microsoft, and they are offering to buy Minecraft for $2.5 billion. So Notch sells the game off and Minecraft is now in the hands of a billion-dollar corporation. What could go wrong? A lot. At first, everything seems to be going good. I mean, after the acquisition, Mojang did make some really good changes to the game, as right afterwards they added the combat update, which was essentially an end update, as it added the end cities and the elytra, but it also completely revamped the combat system. However, the updates after this were nothing too crazy, as Mojang just added the Woodland Mansion and released the World of Color update, which added a bunch of colorful blocks to the game. However, this next update would be the start of what most would consider Minecraft's golden years, because update 1.13 completely revamped oceans, adding shipwrecks, so many new ocean biomes, and all these other things, along with so much more. However, this update would be a crucial turning point, because right afterwards Mojang released update 1.14, better known as the Village and Pillage update. This update literally completely changed Minecraft, with the whole game getting all the textures redone. But not just that, as villages and the entire trading system got a revamp, along with the addition of pillagers and pillager outposts, which players could now start rage with and get totems of undying. However, all this would just be the start of Minecraft's golden age, because not too long after, Minecraft would bless us with arguably one of the best updates ever. That's right, the Nether update, which would completely revamp the Nether, with it now having 5 biomes, so many new mobs, and most importantly, a new ore, Netherite, which you can now use to upgrade your diamond armor and basically become invincible. But even after we thought that was the peak, Minecraft somehow managed to keep giving, because the next update would be something that the community had been waiting years for. Right after dropping the Nether update, Mojang decided to completely revamp the overworld as well, because with 1.17 or Caves and Cliffs Part 1, it would bring a bunch of new cave biomes along with a bunch of new blocks such as Deep Slate, Copper, and Amethyst, along with the Axolotl and Goat. However, just a couple months later, Mojang would follow up with the second part of the update, which completely overhauled world generation and ore distribution, with now bigger caves and a higher sky limit. But little did we know that everything would quickly come to an end. After Minecraft had released Caves and Cliffs, they were on a generational run with updates, so seeing how well they did with all their previous updates, we could very well assume that the next one would be just as good if not better, right? Wrong. Because from this point forward, Minecraft updates were all downhill. As summer of 2022 rolled around, the next update was just around the corner, and Mojang gave us update 1.19, or the Wild update. But the only thing we got here was basically a Caves and Cliffs Part 3 with the new biome, also known as the Deep Dark, which gave us a new mob, the Warden. A mob that could take on a player in full enchanted netherite armor and finish them in 2 hits. But on top of that, we got the ancient cities, allays, and the mangrove swamp. Oh yeah, and frogs for whatever reason. This update right here would be a pivotal turning point for Minecraft history, but what changed? As Minecraft updates in the past fundamentally changed the game from world generation to revamping a whole dimension, we expected the same for this one, but to say the least, it heavily disappointed everyone, as it was something cool but not game changing like the past updates. However, this would just be the start. Hoping this was just a one-time thing on Mojang's end, the community expected them to come back with another generational update. But boy, we couldn't have been more wrong, because the next update was this. I mean, this update did add more, such as the new Cherry Grove biome along with the Archaeology and the Sniffer. However, Mojang did kind of make up with the smithing templates, which players could now trim their armor with. But of course, just as expected, they had to nerf something else. Netherite, because now you had to get this, just so you could upgrade your diamonds to netherite. However, after this update, Mojang would make a statement that would verify and truly determine where Minecraft's future updates were heading. Basically, Mojang was saying they know the community wants more frequent updates, so they are moving more towards a smaller update format but more frequent drops, which was kind of a win, but every update they have done since then seems kind of irrelevant. From the Happy Gas to the Copper Age update to the current update with Mew Tiny Mobs and the Golden Dandelion, along with whatever this is. The problem isn't less updates, just updates more concentrated on what the community wants, such as an end update, which the community has been asking for the longest time now. But where is Minecraft heading now? By the looks of it, they seem to be steering away from the massive game drops and more towards the tiny ones. But the future for Minecraft updates looks uncertain. However, there is still hope that things will go back to how they used to be.